Well, I'm a lifelong resident of Hazel Park. I grew up here, went through the school system, played various sports, had some very nice acknowledgments, ended up getting a full ride to Wayne State University to play college football, which I did. After that, upon graduation, I came back to Hazel Park, became a police officer for a while, left that path. Then I went into engineering and started writing crime novels. I wanted to be a police officer and then an attorney, but I always wanted to help people, and I thought that was the best way to do it. By the time that came to be something that I was looking at, wife and 2 kids, and there's too much money to go to law school. So we abandoned that. And then I started writing novels. Eventually realized that there was a better way for me to raise my family than being an officer. And we parted ways. Then I went out and started working like a normal person. And one day the story popped into my head. And I chewed on that story for a week straight. Just playing with it all day at work. Came home, told my wife, I've got to get a piece of paper. I got to start writing this. I went to the store and bought a notebook. And that was the first novel I've ever written. It will never see the light of day. It was not a quality novel, but it really enthralled me with the whole process of creating, using my educational background, using my work background, and putting a little Hazel Park flavor into it. I wasn't happy with it. It was a first attempt by a fumbling new author. Plot holes were weak. It was loose. If I wrote it again today, I would do it a whole different thing, but I would keep the same premise. I actually liked the same premise. It was a love triangle that was set up to go bad. I just didn't do a good first job of writing it. I actually fell in love with the process, and I worked on 4 others. I finished 4 others. I'm working on a 5th one as we speak. Number 2 is called Keeping Score. It is about a serial killer who dumps all of his bodies on Belle Isle and the police investigation into it. Indignant Reprisals. This is about a police officer who is trying to solve a drive-by shooting that took place on the steps of the DIA, where they missed their intended target and wiped out a family. He's trying to solve this case before the father, who survived the attack, finds a way to get the criminals brought to him. At the same time, this officer is trying to avoid criminal charges from internal affairs on a drug sting that he was in charge of 6 months prior, where they think he just performed a retroactive abortion and had a prostitute killed. There's a lot of characters in this book. There's a lot of moving around. There's at least 40 to 50 characters that are featured. They jump in and out of different scenarios and situations. This is one I'm extremely proud of. Heel Tap is the book that I wanted to write. I always wanted to write a book with no hero. Everyone in the book is a despicable bad guy, and they're all lovable. What's really going on is a $4 million insurance scam that the participants it backfired on them a little bit, and other people found out, including the police and a private detective. Everyone in this book is working with and against each other at the same time to get the money. Next one's Pedagogue. Everyone writes a hitman book, right?
Yep.
Hitman for the mob. They give him a contract to kill a lady attorney, and he tells them no. They decide to come after him. Not a good idea. One of my books right now, we're currently in pre-production on turning into a film. The book is Keeping Score. It's my serial killer book. In the process of turning it from a book into a script, we took a little bit of license and we changed some things to make it a little bit different, not more interesting, not less interesting. We just went a different route with it, and we liked the way it ended up. And it's a little different twist on a serial killer dumping his bodies on Belle Isle. We're looking to shoot this movie this summer. That's when. The Where will be mostly filmed in Hazel Park. We're currently looking for locations, scouting out actors, and places to drop dead bodies in the city of Hazel Park, which I've grown up in and I love. So I want to do it justice and do this movie correctly. I'm in awe of the process. I really am. I wanted to do this. Just the natural progression from books to movies made sense because we're a much more visual society. But being well received in this process with the film community has just put me in awe. I've met a lot of people that are very talented that have just welcomed me, and it's amazing. It really is. It's humbling.